What's up, guys? It is Carly here bringing you day 17 of my 31 Days of Horror 2018, and today I'm going to be talking about another film that Derek sent me, and I believe this is the last one that he sent me that I have not watched, so this is going to be the last of the Derek train, sadly, but thank you once again to him for sending me such awesome films, and the movie I'm going to be talking about today is actually Suicide Club from the year 2001. Has Suicide Circle in parentheses, and I believe that's like an alternate title for this film, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, oh well, I'm an idiot. But anyway, so Suicide Club, this is a Japanese film, obviously, and that kind of counts for the 22 shots challenge as a country, because one of their options is to watch movies from 5 different countries, so that is what I will count this one for. But anyway, the plot of Suicide Club. So, it's a lot like what the title suggests. It is dealing with suicide, as in Tokyo, there is a sort of epidemic. I don't know if that's the correct word, but there's a massive issue going on where a bunch of people keep committing suicide, and it is mainly in ginormous groups. The film actually opens up with a group of, I believe it is 50 young girls who all join hands and jump in front of a train together. So, yeah, they're all killing themselves, and the police are trying to investigate and figure out what the heck is going on, if there is actually some sort of underlying cult, or if it's just random, but they soon realize it can't just be random because there's just so many of them killing themselves. So, yeah, the whole movie is just, it takes place over, I believe, the course of 7 days, and different stuff starts happening throughout those days, and the police are just trying to figure out why this is happening and how it can be prevented. So, this movie is definitely very complex and definitely has a lot of underlying meanings behind it as well. I think it would benefit a lot from a second time watch, and I would totally be down to watch it a second time because I did enjoy this film. Enjoy is kind of the wrong word because it is kind of a downer of a film dealing with suicide. I think the beginning sequence is great. I mean, it's so bloody when these girls jump in front of the train. You just see pools of blood washing away, and everyone's freaking out, and it's very, very intense and just very disgusting to kind of put yourself in that situation, and also very disturbing because the girls and everyone really who commits suicide throughout this movie are very happy and joyful while they're doing it. So it's not something that you would expect when it comes to suicide, because obviously people are usually pretty depressed and at their wits' ends when they kill themselves. But in this film, it's people were just doing it like it's a normal thing. So I thought that was really disturbing and well done. This movie also has a very depressing score that plays throughout it that I enjoy. It definitely goes along with the vibe of the film very well. But overall, I think there are probably things that I missed in this movie, especially towards the end. I kind of got a little bit confused on what was going on. I kind of had to look it up again to kind of piece together the plot a little bit more. There is a part towards the end that I really don't care for, and it involves a girl getting kidnapped and taken to this place, and it's kind of supposed to be, I believe, like, it's supposed to be maybe the actual Suicide Club and where it started. They're not 100% sure, but I really just didn't care for that part. Like, the leader does this song thing, and I just kind of found it to be a little too out there and not for me. And I feel like a lot of Asian movies do have sequences like that don't really connect well with other audience members, but sometimes I find them to be amusing and interesting just for that difference as an audience member. But in this case, I just didn't really care for it too much. It's also a scene that's meant to be very disturbing, and for me, it just came across as a little too, I wouldn't say goofy, just out there. That would be the best way to put it. But this movie, you know, it definitely deals with the connections that people have with suicide and how one person killing themselves can affect many other people and also make them depressed and make them want to kill themselves, or just the connection that you have with yourself as well. So it's a very deep and meaningful film, and that is why I think I would like to rewatch it again. Probably not anytime soon, since I did just watch it, but I probably will watch this again in the future to try to get more out of it. But overall, I think it was a very solid film. Also, this one's from 2001, as I said, and it doesn't feel dated or anything like that. That's another thing with movies that aren't from, like, America. I feel like a lot of times they don't have that same dated film feel that they would, and it's probably because, you know, I grew up here and I could tell the differences in time. But anyway, this movie doesn't feel dated or anything like that. I think the effects are really good in it. The gore, the blood, the score throughout the movie is solid, and the characters are pretty interesting as well. They're not bad. They're not annoying or anything like that. And yeah, overall, pretty solid movie. Do want to give it another watch, but for now, I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. My rating probably could go up in the future, but 7.5 for Suicide Club 2001. Thank you guys once again for joining me for day 17 of my 31 Days of Horror, and I will see you for day 18.